My name is Tina, and at 35, I'm still single and living at home. My work has consumed so much of my time that turning 35 crept up on me almost unnoticed. My job has become like a companion in its own way. I'm not overly concerned about my situation. Without many hobbies, I spend my days relaxed at home. Then, the doorbell rang, startling me. Who could it be at this hour? What's going on? Mom's reaction through the peephole caught my curiosity. I took a look myself and was stunned to see Mia, my younger brother Andrew's ex-wife. Andrew, who's 5 years younger than me, also lives here but was out working this morning. They divorced 3 years ago, so why is Mia here now? The unexpected visit left all of us, Mom, Dad, and me, baffled. With Andrew not around, what should we do? Maybe we should at least inform him. I'll text him later. Meanwhile, we need to hear Mia out. If it gets awkward, I can handle it. When Andrew and Mia first got married, Mom had a hard time getting along with her. Mia was never rude, but her strong personality clashed with Mom's more accommodating nature. Mom might struggle with this again, so I decided to take the lead. I opened the door and greeted Mia. Hi, it's been a while. Hi, Tina. Yes, it has been a while. I came to talk to Andrew, but since he's not here, well, you can talk to us. I'll make sure to let him know. What's this about? Mia's tone was calm, almost rehearsed. I led her to the living room where Mom and Dad were waiting. We all needed to hear what she had to say. So, what's this about, Mia? What do you need to discuss? I'm sorry to bother you, but I have a favor to ask Andrew. I'd like him to start paying child support. The mention of child support shocked all of us. Andrew and Mia had no children together. Child support? Yes, that's correct. But you two divorced 3 years ago, right? Yes. Have you reconnected since then? No, we haven't spoken since the divorce. Then why child support? Well, I was hoping he could contribute towards the child I'm expecting. We were at a loss for words. Mia seemed unfazed by our confusion, while my parents looked visibly disturbed. I knew I needed to ask more questions to get a better understanding of her request. You know, child support is typically meant for your own child, so if the baby you're carrying were Andrew's, it would make sense for him to pay child support. Oh, I see. I'm sorry. I thought I was entitled to it. My current husband mentioned that I could get it. Mia looked confused, and I couldn't help but wonder what her current husband had told her. I patiently explained that Andrew had no obligation to pay child support since it didn't apply in this situation. That's odd, Mia said. There's nothing odd about it. Wait, did you come here just for this? Well, it's about the baby I'm expecting. I was hoping my ex-husband could contribute for the child's sake. I was taken aback by Mia's unexpected request. Surely anyone would find this situation strange. As I contemplated this, Mia's phone rang. It was her current husband. She stepped to the side to take the call, and it seemed like she was having a disagreement. While I watched, Dad whispered to me, Mia's saying some pretty wild things, isn't she? What should we do? What if she refuses to leave until she gets the money? Well, that can't be right. Why would she ask for money from her ex-husband's family? It was evident that her current husband was somehow involved. As Dad and I discussed this quietly, Mia finished her call and returned, looking more cheerful. I'm so sorry, I made a mistake. Oh, that's good to hear. Everything's sorted now. Then. It wasn't child support, it was actually alimony from the divorce. Dad, Mom, and I were all stunned by this revelation. Mia remained unfazed, smiling brightly. Alimony from the divorce? My current husband is the type who will pursue anything he can get. We remarried a year ago, and before that, we talked about my divorce from Andrew. He said, you didn't get the alimony from the divorce. Wait a minute, so the reason for the divorce was Andrew? I suppose so. I'm not entirely clear on the details. Hold on, I need to check something. I hurried to the bedroom, grabbed my phone, and contacted Andrew. I texted him, did you cheat? And he called me back immediately. Hey, I didn't cheat. What's going on? You know that alimony is usually paid by the person at fault in the divorce, right? Yeah, why is Mia saying these things? I'm trying to figure that out. Did you divorce her due to fault on your part? No, we split up because of personality differences. Neither of us did anything wrong. Alright, I see, I'm coming home now. I'll be there in about 30 minutes. After ending the call with Andrew, I returned to the living room where Dad and Mom looked at me expectantly. I nodded and took a seat on the couch. So, I just spoke with Andrew, and he said that when you two divorced, it wasn't his fault. What do you mean, his fault? Basically, it's the party at fault in the divorce who is responsible for alimony, right Mia? I suppose that's true. We didn't do anything particularly terrible, but we did argue quite a bit. Well, if that's the case, you're fine. Alimony is typically paid by the party at fault to the other. So, Mia, it seems like you might have misunderstood. What? Don't tell me you don't know this. When a woman gets divorced, she's entitled to alimony. At that moment, I was dealing with someone who seemed to believe that alimony was a guaranteed right for women, regardless of the circumstances of the divorce. Her eyes sparkled with a, "I'll take what I can get" attitude. It's great to be assertive, but it would have been better if she had done her homework before showing up. That's not how it works. I'm sure I'm not wrong here. My husband said so. Mia, your husband doesn't make the laws. Just then, the front door swung open, and Andrew burst in, looking flustered. Hey, what's going on here? Oh, it's you, Andrew. I didn't expect to see you. I've been hearing from Mom and Tina about this whole child support and alimony issue. And what's that supposed to mean? If you want to pursue this, go ahead, but I'm not paying alimony. I don't owe you anything. What? Stop this right now. I intervened to defuse the situation and turned to Mia. I'll discuss the details with Andrew later, but based on what I'm hearing now, I don't think there will be any money coming to you. What? Why? Didn't you check it out? Just leave for now. Mia, clearly frustrated, made a noise of irritation, slammed the door, and left, about 20 to 30 minutes later. I asked Andrew what led him to divorce Mia. With her attitude, the stress just became too much. That's why we split up. It's more accurate to say our values were completely different. I didn't do anything during our marriage that would warrant alimony, Andrew explained firmly. Later that evening, a loud crash startled me. I rushed outside to find a car speeding away and discovered that part of our flower bed by the front door had been destroyed. It has to be Mia. This kind of ridiculous behavior is exactly why I couldn't stand her. What do you mean? Has this happened before? Andrew had dealt with numerous issues during their marriage. Beyond personality clashes, Mia often caused trouble in the neighborhood, leading Andrew to apologize repeatedly. She was also known for her extravagant spending on beauty treatments and luxury items, draining their savings. Andrew had faced these ongoing problems, which might explain why he felt alimony could be justified in their case. I wanted to divorce her as soon as possible. I didn't want any prolonged relationship with her. While I understood Andrew's frustration, I was upset that he hadn't mentioned these issues earlier. Despite his apologies, I reassured him that he hadn't done anything wrong. I hoped things would calm down, but that wasn't the case. The very next day, Mia was back, ringing our doorbell and shouting, "I found out I can claim alimony, so give it to me now. Don't you care about the child?" For 3 days, we responded through the closed door, but Mia persisted. Then, her current husband started parking his car in front of our house, damaging things with a hammer he brought, and then leaving. This harassment continued for about a week. I'm considering whether we should report this to the police. Oh, sorry, I have some work to do. I need to go to my room. The constant disruptions were affecting my work. I work from home providing web-related services, and although my work is primarily remote, the incessant doorbell ringing had interrupted an important meeting. Hey, Natalie, I've managed to get some work done, but it's been tough with all the interruptions. Have you reported this to the police? My parents don't want to escalate the situation, but I think they're reaching their breaking point. Natalie, my boss, is a successful woman who balances work and child-rearing brilliantly. Her son recently got married, and she seems genuinely happy. You should probably report this. If you let it continue, it could escalate into a serious problem. You're right, it's been a week, and this is definitely affecting my work. It's funny how strange people can be so close to home, isn't it? Do you have anyone like that in your life? Natalie replied, Actually, I do, it's my son's wife. Natalie and I shared a laugh. but her expression suddenly turned serious. Wait, you don't think? I was taken aback by what Natalie said next and quickly proposed a plan. I thought it might be the perfect way to put an end to the harassment. The next morning, the doorbell rang. Peering through the peephole, I saw Mia and a man standing outside. Enough is enough. My husband says we're going to get your divorce settlement. Do you really want to make things worse? The man next to Mia had a wide grin on his face, and Mia continued to bang on the door. I confirmed the situation through the peephole and decided to open it. You really don't know when to stop, do you? Well, I'm just trying to get what I'm owed. However, when Mia saw the person standing behind me, her confidence evaporated instantly. Oh my God, what are you doing here? In an unexpected turn, the man with Mia was actually Natalie's husband. During a previous online meeting, Natalie had asked, I could be wrong, but is her name Mia? After piecing together the details, Natalie had kindly agreed to come over in person. Thankfully, Natalie lived about half an hour away and had arrived first thing in the morning. What do you mean by a divorce settlement? What exactly are you trying to do? No, it's not what it seems. Then explain yourself. 4 weeks, you've been making these odd claims, like that women are entitled to a divorce settlement. I didn't know, I might have been mistaken. Given the situation and what you've been saying, it sounds like you and him were plotting something together. That's not true. What do you mean, that's not true, and when did you marry this man? It turns out that John, Mia's current husband and the man involved in the harassment, was indeed Natalie's husband. I was stunned to realize. You were conspiring with Alec? That's a despicable move. Mia. No, it's not what you think. John, he's just a friend. We know you and Alec have been involved for a year now, and this is over for you. I was planning to start divorce discussions soon. What divorce? You're joking. No, I just came for some money. Alec's just a friend. It's no big deal. I only wanted some cash for my dates. Right, John, you'll forgive me, won't you? I told you the truth, didn't I? John glared at Mia with disdain. The scene was almost surreal as Natalie, Dad, Mom, Andrew, and I could only watch in shock. Why, you can't be serious. I'll never reconcile with someone like you. No, I'm not getting a divorce. I refuse. Alec, clearly frustrated by Mia's behavior, muttered, well, I'm leaving. Ah, there they are. The sound of a police siren grew louder as a squad car arrived in front of our house. Andrew had called the police as soon as the disturbance started. You think you can just walk away? You're as guilty as she is. No, please, I was just messing around. Messing around by destroying our flower bed with a hammer, and what about the dents in our walls? Alec began to panic. But where's the proof? Show me. If you want proof, I've got it. No problem, I'll provide the dash cam footage. Dash cam footage? My car is equipped with a dash cam that records even when the car is parked. Luckily, the dash cam had captured the entire incident. Are you serious? Absolutely, and Mia, you're equally at fault. What? I had nothing to do with this. You were causing trouble too, weren't you? You'll be explaining everything at the station. No, John, please help me, have mercy. Without further delay, the police took both Mia and Alec away. They faced intense questioning at the station, were released temporarily, but were eventually sentenced to probation. Additionally, John filed for divorce and sought substantial alimony. Faced with the threat of another lawsuit if they refused, they reluctantly agreed to pay in installments, $3 million from Alec and $2 million from Mia. Both were unemployed and had to take on part-time jobs to manage their financial obligations, all while remaining estranged. With that, their visits ceased, and peace returned to our home. Andrew, who had been lamenting his past luck with women, found an unexpected ally in John. They've since become good friends and are planning to attend a local matchmaking party together. Here's hoping they both find someone special.